Did you know that Mongolia is not just a country of endless steppes and nomadic peoples living in traditional yurts? It is a nation with a rich history, unique traditions, and breathtaking nature that amazes and inspires. In Mongolia, winter temperatures often drop to -30 degrees Celsius, and on its vast territory of 2.5 million square kilometers, only about 3 million people reside. Imagine, in such harsh conditions, not only is it possible to survive, but one can thrive, develop culture, and preserve ancient customs. There is a common stereotype of Mongolia as a lifeless desert, but in reality, it is an expansive country with a rich history, distinctive traditions, and stunning nature. This is why I want to share 10 amazing facts about Mongolia that will allow you to see this country from a completely unexpected perspective. What do you think about the nomadic lifestyle of the Mongols? Many consider it just a trendy fad or a romantic illusion, but in Mongolia, nomadism is not just a way of life, it is a true cultural heritage preserved over centuries. People in this country live in yurts, which can be easily assembled and disassembled like complex puzzles. These portable dwellings are not just temporary shelters, they symbolize harmony with nature, allowing for free movement across the vast steppes in search of the best pastures for their livestock. This way of life means that locals are not tied to one place, but constantly move, following the seasons and natural cycles. Each season, they seek new pastures, which becomes a whole philosophy, living in harmony with nature, respecting its boundaries and possibilities. Passing down traditions and skills from generation to generation is a crucial part of this culture. Everyone who grows up in a yurt learns to appreciate simple joys, fresh air, clean water, and a connection to the land. In a world where most strive for technology and comfort, Mongols maintain their natural simplicity and connection to their roots. These people remain true to their traditions and do not abandon nomadism, as it is not just a way of existence, but a lifestyle filled with adventure and freedom. Let us turn to the more intimate aspects of nomadic life, which may seem unusual or even shocking to those unfamiliar with their culture. In Mongolia, there is a tradition that baffles the unprepared, the so-called nomadic marriage, or dada. Within this practice, a wife may have several lovers at once, and this is not considered promiscuity or a breach of morality. On the contrary, in the context of constant relocations and limited resources, such an approach to relationships fosters mutual assistance and support within the community. A woman chooses with whom to spend the night and can form strong bonds with multiple men. Such an order of things is part of deep cultural wisdom, based on practicality and respect for the laws of nature. In this society, not only individual happiness is valued, but also mutual support, which helps to survive in harsh conditions. Imagine a nomad who cares not only for his herd, but also for the well-being of his family, through trusting connections and sincere relationships. This approach to love and friendship completely changes the traditional concept of marriage, prompting reflection on its true meaning. An important element of Mongolian culture is one of the most unusual traditions, bride kidnapping or kure. In Mongolia, this is not just a joke or demonstrated romance, but an established rite that many perceive as an important ritual of family creation. Sometimes a young man wishing to marry is challenged to a contest, and if he successfully kidnaps his chosen one, it is considered a display of strength, agility, and determination. Such an act is not an act of violence, but a kind of test, a demonstration of sincere love and readiness for a shared life. In some regions, women undergo a physical test. It's not just a difficult task, but a real test of strength and endurance for all participants. If a young man truly has deep feelings for the girl, he must show strength and confidence, convincingly proving to her family that he is worthy of becoming her husband. This approach, despite seeming unusual or even strange, actually serves to strengthen bonds based on mutual respect, trust, and sincerity. In such traditions, not only love is important, but also the willingness to overcome any difficulties for the well-being and happiness of the chosen one and her loved ones. Therefore, if you ever witness such a test, do not rush to judge it too harshly. It manifests a centuries-old custom that connects generations and serves as a reminder that true love always contains strength and readiness for trials. Somewhere in the depths of centuries and traditions, in every such gesture and action, lies wisdom and belief that true feelings require confirmation through trials, not just words or promises. Ultimately, such rituals show that the foundation of relationships is not only romance, but also inner resilience, and that love, supported by strength and determination, can strengthen bonds even in the most difficult circumstances. Speaking of Mongolia, it is impossible to overlook its unique natural landscapes and rich cultural heritage. One of such amazing places is the Great Mongolian Gobi Desert. It is not just endless sands and a bright, scorching sun. It is a place where nature decided to demonstrate its complex and multifaceted play. Walking through the singing dunes, one can hear a melody that seems as if the desert itself is whispering its ancient secrets and legends. The Gobi is not only a natural monument, but also a true graveyard of prehistoric creatures, where one can find dinosaur fossils, those ancient reptiles that once inhabited these lands, leaving behind their traces and evidence of long-gone eras. In this region, rare snow leopards also dwell, like ghosts gracefully gliding over the mountain slopes. Their agility and grace make them some of the most mysterious and revered inhabitants of these harsh, yet stunningly beautiful places. The Gobi does not forgive weakness. It demands complete dedication and inner strength from the traveler, yet it generously rewards those who are ready to accept the challenge and endure its trials. A journey through this desert is not only a test of physical and spiritual endurance, but also a unique opportunity to witness the manifestation of ancient natural forces in its magnificence and harshness. This is why the Gobi attracts scientists from all over the world, as here one can find evidence of the existence of the oldest forms of life preserved on our planet. At the center of Mongolian culture stands the figure of the great conqueror and military leader Genghis Khan. He is not just a historical figure but a symbol of national identity and the spirit of the country. For the locals, he is not only a hero, but also the embodiment of strength, unity, and unwavering will. His presence is felt in every corner of Mongolia, from majestic statues and monuments to oral legends and tales passed down from generation to generation. Mongols take pride in his great achievements: the unification of disparate tribes, the creation of a powerful empire that spanned vast territories and united many peoples. Under Genghis Khan's leadership, nomads transformed into conquerors capable of subduing and ruling vast lands. His name became a symbol of courage, national unity, and the indomitable will of the people. Festivals are held in his honor, monuments are erected, and celebrations are conducted, reminding of his role in history and inspiring new generations to feats and accomplishments. What unites such diverse elements as mountains, rivers, and stones in Mongolia? The answer is simple: they are all imbued with the spirit of shamanism. In this country, spiritual practices and belief in the entire Mongolia come together to celebrate its rich history and deeply rooted traditions, manifested through the three main national sports: wrestling, horse racing, and archery. During this special time, thousands of spectators watch with bated breath the captivating matches and competitions, where each participant demonstrates not only physical strength, but also courage passed down from generation to generation. The first of these sports, wrestling, is not just a contest of bodies, it is a true manifestation of strength, courage, and spiritual resilience. In bright, colorful costumes, wrestlers enter the fray, and spectators watch with awe every move, every hold. At the core of this competition lies not only physical preparation, but also a deep tradition that speaks of the people's resilience, their ability to overcome difficulties, and maintain dignity. This wrestling is not just a battle of bodies, it is a vivid display of spiritual values passed down from generation to generation, and an important part of national identity. The next sport, horse racing, is not just about fast galloping. It is a test of endurance, strength, and skill. On these days, young riders, often barely 6 or 7 years old, embark on a long and arduous journey across the vast steppes, where every minute of the race demands full concentration and courage. Their horses, possessing incredible endurance and strength, cover vast distances, and the race itself becomes a spectacular show where victory is awarded not to the rider, but to their faithful four-legged partner. The spectators' attention is focused on the horses, as they are the main heroes of this competition. Little riders, barely 8 or 9 years old, race across the steppe like arrows, and their achievements inspire genuine admiration. Interestingly, victory in the races is often determined by the horse's speed and endurance, rather than the young rider's skill. The children, following their loyal friends, seem to instinctively know where to run, creating a unique atmosphere of unity between human and animal. In this competition, children become part of a vast system where not only young athletes, but also their horses take the stage as true stars. As soon as the racing horse crosses the finish line, all the spectators' attention shifts to it, for it is the horse, not the young rider, that becomes the hero of the day. And a natural question arises. What if adults participated in these races? It would probably not look as touching and sincere, but rather amusing and even comical. However, who knows? Maybe among adults they would also find their hero horse, and this idea is not without merit. By the way, preparing racehorses for competitions is a whole science passed down from generation to generation. Every master knows all the nuances of horse care, training, and nutrition, as the result depends on this. This process involves not only knowledge, but also respect for these graceful animals, as they are not just participants in competitions, but true companions in life. Among Mongolian traditions, the yurt holds a special place, a unique dwelling that not only serves as a home, but embodies the philosophy of nomads, their way of life, and spiritual values. Yurts are not just temporary shelters, but symbols of mobility, freedom, and the ability to quickly adapt to the harsh conditions of the steppe. Imagine how in winter, the temperature outside can drop to 40 degrees below zero, while inside the yurt, warmth and comfort prevail. This microclimate is ensured by the special construction of the walls, made of dense and light felt, and the wooden frame, creating reliable thermal insulation. Thanks to these technologies, the yurt remains warm even during the harshest winter months, creating a sense of coziness and security. Yurts are not only a shield against the cold, but also a symbol of mobility. In Mongolia, ancient traditions and modernity coexist in a harmonious symbiosis, creating a unique atmosphere where the past and future merge into one. Imagine a scene where ancient yurts stand in the shadow of modern skyscrapers, alongside solar panels gleaming on the roofs of contemporary buildings. At first glance, it seems chaotic, yet within this diversity lies a special idea, preserving inherent values amidst the rapid changes sweeping the planet. Mongolia makes great efforts to preserve and enhance its rich cultural heritage. In the capital city, Ulaanbaatar, modernity harmoniously blends with traditions. Here, you can find contemporary galleries showcasing artworks that reflect the richness of national culture, next to traditional markets selling everything from unique handicrafts and jewelry to fresh meat from recently slaughtered livestock. Locals happily wear everyday jeans alongside traditional Mongolian robes, creating a vibrant kaleidoscope of styles and images where ancient customs intertwine with modern trends. In Mongolia, ancient shamanic rituals are preserved and passed down through generations, and the legacy of Genghis Khan's conquests continues to live in the hearts of the people. At the same time, the country proudly looks to the future, developing infrastructure and strengthening its independence. Imagine yurts spread out against the backdrop of modern buildings, while swift horses gallop across the vast steppes, reminding of the rich history and traditions of nomads. It seems that time has lost its power here, and the past and present blend into a single, living picture. This place is not just an open-air museum, but a living space where every stone holds its history, and every resident remembers their roots. Such harmony between tradition and progress makes Mongolia a truly unique country, where ancient values are preserved and respected, despite the influence of globalization and the rapid growth of modern technologies. Many may be surprised to learn about certain features of this country. For example, the tradition of bride kidnapping, which still holds relevance, or the famous Naadam horse races, which are a vivid expression of Mongolian culture and the country's sporting life. These facts captivate the imagination and spark interest in Mongolia's multifaceted culture. What surprised you the most? Perhaps you were amazed by how carefully ancient customs are preserved in Mongolia. Or maybe you were impressed by the unique national races featuring real horses and their riders. Share your thoughts and impressions in the comments. Tell us what amazed you the most and what inspired your admiration. Don't forget to show your support by leaving a like and subscribing to keep up with new, fascinating stories about the world and its amazing corners. Mongolia continues to astonish and captivate the world with its authenticity, resilience, and ability to preserve its culture amidst global changes. Despite external influences and the rapid development of technology, the country maintains its uniqueness and wealth of traditions that make it truly special. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new episodes, and join us in discovering the amazing and mysterious corners of our planet, where each country holds its secrets and treasures.